The ton is stirring once again, and this time, the spotlight shifts to the Bridgerton who has always lingered just beyond the frame. Bridgerton Season 4 is officially on the horizon, and Netflix is preparing audiences for what may become the most tender and restrained love story the series has ever told. You're watching DriftEcho, where desire is never loud, but it is never ignored. At Netflix's recent season of Love presentation, the direction of Season 4 became unmistakably clear. This chapter belongs to Benedict Bridgerton. After seasons of wandering, observing, and resisting expectation, Luke Thompson's Benedict finally steps into his own narrative. And stepping into his orbit is Sophie Beckett, portrayed by Yaren Ha, a character whose arrival reshapes the emotional architecture of the show. From the first visuals alone, this romance announces itself as different. There's no rush. No fireworks on demand. What unfolds instead is patience, and an invisible thread pulling two lives together despite everything designed to keep them apart. Season 4 opens in classic Bridgerton fashion, opulence, music, and whispered intrigue. Lady Violet Bridgerton hosts an extravagant masquerade, a night built on disguise and possibility. It's here Benedict meets a woman in silver, her identity hidden, her presence unforgettable. She doesn't chase attention. She doesn't belong to the upper ranks of the ton. And that's precisely why she captures him. Then she vanishes. No name. No trail. Just a moment that refuses to loosen its grip. That encounter becomes the quiet heartbeat of the season, echoing through Benedict's choices as the story widens to reveal Sophie's reality, one shaped not by privilege, but by control. Under the authority of Lady Araminta and her daughters, Rosamund and Posey, Sophie exists on the margins, constantly reminded of where society believes she belongs. The contrast is deliberate: a Benedict, free to explore art and identity, and Sophie, trapped by circumstance and expectation. It's this imbalance that gives Season 4 its emotional tension, sharpening every glance and every silence between them. Around them, the ton remains alive with familiar faces. Anthony, Colin, and Eloise return, carrying their trademark wit and volatility. Queen Charlotte continues her watchful reign, amused and ever alert. And to the delight of fans, Kate Bridgerton steps back into the fold, with Simone Ashley reprising her role and grounding the family once more. Even Lady Violet's story evolves. Early signs point toward a subtle, late-blooming connection with Lord Marcus Anderson, reminding us that in Bridgerton, love does not obey age, only timing. Book readers, however, will recognize the deeper promise buried within the teasers. A storm. A dismissal. A woman with nowhere left to go. Sophie, drenched and desperate, crosses paths with Benedict again, this time without masks, without illusions. He offers shelter at his country estate, unaware of her true identity. When illness leaves him vulnerable, Sophie becomes his caretaker. And in that isolation, away from titles, expectations, and the watchful eyes of society, something irreversible begins. No spectacle. No audience. Just honesty. Netflix has now confirmed that Bridgerton Season 4 will arrive in early 2026. The wait is long, but the promise is clear: a season built on restraint, yearning, and the kind of love that grows quietly until it becomes impossible to ignore. So the question is simple: are you ready to see Benedict step fully into his own story? And will this slow-burning romance prove that some loves are worth waiting for? You're watching DriftEcho. And the season of masks, longing, and forbidden hearts has only just begun.